Today I'm at Islands of Adventure, and my main goal today is to ride Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Hagrid's for short. Alright, let's go ride Hagrid's and see if it's really worth the wait. The app says that the wait for this ride is 70 or 90 minutes. The sign outside says 75 minutes. So with the lines this short, I'm actually going to jump in line and see where we're at. So on the app, it was showing me that it was a 90-minute wait. The sign on at the beginning of the queue said it was about 75 minutes. So today I think is a good day to get on Hagrid's. So the queue for Hagrid's is an interesting one. If you get here on a day that it is really busy, I've seen the wait times go as high as 300 plus minutes. In that case, the queue extends all the way out from Hogsmeade, which is the Harry Potter section of Islands of Adventure, all the way down to the Lost Continent, which is the next section over. I typically don't ride Hagrid's that often when I do come here, so if I see a line that's 70 minutes, I'm definitely going to jump at that chance. But the regular queue itself, you're not allowed to take a backpack, and they really recommend you don't wear a hat either. So they do have lockers that you can store your stuff in. But the queue itself, the outside portion of it, there are fans lining it. There are trees that provide some shade, but if it just so happens to rain and you're stuck out in it, well, I guess you're getting soaked. But today, it was a pretty nice day to be out waiting in line. It's about, it's in the 80s down here. The humidity's kind of high, so, you know, even though it's not as hot, you're still going to sweat. But with the fans blowing on you on the outside queue, it was really nice. During the queue, there's, you've got Hagrid's hut with giant pumpkins. That's really cool. There's a couple points where you can actually get to see the ride itself. But aside from that, the outside queue, that's not a whole lot to talk about until you get really up to the castle. When you do get into the castle, you walk through a giant archway that's really neat. And you walk into a really narrow room that's rounded, kind of like shaped like a tower. Once you're inside, there is a pre-show that you do have to watch. I'm usually not a fan of pre-shows, but it does have Hagrid, it does have Arthur Weasley in it, telling you how the purpose of the ride and how they're tinkering with the motorbikes to give it certain powers. So it starts the story off. The point of the story is you're looking for Hagrid's last-ended Scroots. Once you exit out of the pre-show, you walk into a room that's lined with dragon eggs, which is really neat to look at. But once you get out of that room, the rest of the queue, it's pretty much just a dark cave-like tunnel all the way through until you hit one last room that has posters of unicorns and the salamanders and just miscellaneous magical items. Then keep going through the queue, and it shows several videos on how you're supposed to board the ride. One part of the ride is the motorbike part, the other half is the sidecar for the other person to sit in. It is a continuous moving ride, so there is a moving walkway to board and to exit the train. I am a little bit bigger of a guy myself, and I find that riding on the motorbike side is more comfortable, and it just kind of fits me a little bit better. but no one had to squish down on the lap bar over me or anything. I was able to put the bar down on my own, and I was able to fit just fine. I'm about 5'10", and I weigh about 270 pounds, so I'm not exactly a small guy. The ride itself, it's a pretty good ride. There's about 3 or 4 launches, 2 slower launches at the beginning. There's lots of animatronics. There's elements where you actually go backwards. There's a drop element, which is really a lot of fun. Probably one of the smoothest rides you're ever gonna ride, quite honestly. But in my opinion, it's not my favorite ride here, but we'll talk about that in another video. But I do recommend the Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure. It's a really good ride. I think anybody of any age is gonna love it. Today I'm at Islands of Adventure, and my main goal is to get on and ride Hagrid's magical creatures motorbike